Okay, I think we're good to go. Facebook is always so funky. Yeah. And you know that like as soon as there we go. Okay, perfect, perfect. So happy Sunday everybody and welcome to Fireside 3 card. We're kind of back into a little bit more of like a predictable routine here with our 3 card readings. I am Heather Coleman. I am an intuitive medium. I'm a clairvoyant. My new business cards actually say I see dead people on them. And speaking of that, I'm super excited for local people. I really hope you can stop by. It's going to be Saturday, December 12th, Saratoga Springs at the City Center, which is a great venue if you've never been there. But I am going to be sharing a booth at I think it's the ninth annual Mind Body Soul Expo. It's really going to be an incredible event. There are going to be so many just amazing metaphysical professionals there, healers, clairvoyants, crystal people, you name it. I just can't wait. I'm super excited. So local people, I really do hope that you can make it. Stop by, say hello, browse, maybe even get a reading that day. Saturday, December 9th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I can't wait for that. Really, really can't wait for that. Um, what else? Lots of good stuff going on. The next Angel Circle that I'm going to be facilitating is in January. If you go to heatherlcoleman.com, there's information about that there. Another thing I'm really excited about is this new deck of cards that I've been working with. I think I've had this about a week now, maybe a little more. Um, I just can't say enough good things about this and why I'm so excited. The name of the deck is Angels and Auras by two authors that I really, really like a whole lot. We've got Radley Valentine and Dougal Fraser here, and I just really like how these two authors have teamed up. If you, by the way, are enjoying my read with this deck, you may want to check out the YouTube videos podcast that the authors do all about this deck. Kind of gives you expanded meaning on each card. So, with that in mind, I'm going to encourage you to tap into your psychic feels. And there's so many ways that can happen. What I'm going to do is hold the cards up, and I want you to notice where you're drawn and how you notice where you're drawn. Me personally, I always get a twinge at the gut, like a warm feeling in my gut. The other thing that'll happen when I watch podcasts or I see like card choices, sometimes I'll hear the number in my head of the card that is for me. So maybe you're like that too. We're going to have 3 cards. You might already hear or just have a real sense of which card is really going to stand out for you. And it's okay if it isn't just one card that stands out only. That's okay too. But we've got here card number 1. Card number 1 from our Angels and Auras deck. We've got here card number 2, card number 2, and we've got card number 3, card number 3. So give yourself a little time to tap into your own intuition on that. And again, I just want to say that I am so excited about the Mind Body Soul Expo happening on December 9th, which is a little less than a month from now. It's on a Saturday. I'm going to be sharing a booth with my good friend Deborah Kennedy from Crystal Vibrations Healing Arts. And I'm excited because Deb's going to be bringing a lot of her crystal jewelry that she makes. Deb does Reiki and integrated angelic energy therapy. So again, the two of us are just so excited to be teaming up. I cannot wait. It's going to be a blast. So without any further ado, let's talk about card number 1. Again, the deck that we're using for those of you that might just have possibly hopped on. This is Angels and Auras. It's the newest deck out from Radley Valentine, teamed up with Dougal Fraser. So I really love this card. And now the angels are saying to me, this is a past, present, future reading, but for some strange reason they didn't have me mention that until after I showed you the cards. So keep in mind that whereas some of you are going to be drawn to primarily to one card, and that's going to be your concentrated message, this is like a past, present, future. So you kind of have layers to the information. So in the past position, we have card number 42 here, Wise Decision. Notice all of the purple on this card. Purple, for purposes of this reading right now, the color of clarity, focus, and royalty. Clarity, focus, and royalty, the color purple on this card. validation. So the message we have with card number one is that a pretty big decision you've made is and was the right one. So when we look at the meaning of this card being in the past position, those past decisions are really paying off for you. Here is an example from my own life that I've really just realized in the last few months, especially today. When I decided back in 2006, I was 26 years old, I decided to pursue a personal training certification and pursue a career as a personal trainer. That was easily one of the best decisions I ever made. And even though my career took some very interesting twists and turns, especially when my kids were really little, I did have to take a lot of steps back from pursuing personal training full time in a gym setting. But in the recent past few months, I've started a job at the YMCA and I'm doing personal training there. And it's really, really taking shape. And it's super cool because it's everything I really wanted to do. And I had a passion to do back in like around 2009 to 2011 when my kids were really little. And again, I had to slow a lot of that down. Now I'm getting to do that. But the reason I mention all this, the angels tell me, I should say, to mention all this, is that that decision to embark on a career in fitness and personal training was great then, and it's really paying off now. So those of you that made decisions years ago, and as I did, may have questioned those decisions, such as I did when I realized my kids were really little. I didn't have the level of help from their father that I thought I was going to have. And I asked myself, did I choose the right career? I even started another career as a psychic medium. And for the longest time, I was like, am I going to have to do this instead? Well, no. As it turns out, I'm doing both. So I feel like some of you are going to resonate with this. And this part where I shared with you a decision I made, God, how many years ago is that now? 17 years ago? 15 to 20 years ago, some of my card number one people, there was a decision or several decisions you made, and I really do feel that before the end of 2023, you are going to be really seeing all of the good benefits and results of that decision or cluster of decisions you made 15 to 20 years ago. So some of you are right away going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you are probably going to remember this video and in like 2 weeks from now, say around Thanksgiving, be like, darn, that's exactly what that video, what that reading Heather delivered was referring to. The other message with this, and for some of you, both of these messages might resonate. If you are facing a challenging decision right now, the angels are saying you will not make a wrong decision. Go with your heart. It's funny, the song Listen to Your Heart by Roxette has been playing in my head nonstop for over an hour now, and I think I know why. If you're trying to make a pretty big decision right now, listen to your heart. So that is your message if you are trying to make a pretty important life decision. If you listen to your heart, you will make the right and wise decision. Last message I have for you in regard to card number one. Part of what the authors were going for in this particular card is diversity. One of a million reasons I love both of these authors and this wonderful deck they've created. If you really look at this, you've got such diversity of nationalities represented here, backgrounds. You've got people of different races, different skin tones. Also, religions. Different religions are represented here. And these people just look happy, like they're singing in a big church choir. So the final message in regard with this card, or in regard to this card, if any of my card number one people, or just anyone here in this message, if you are contemplating a change in your faith, whether that's switching churches or potentially leaving a religion or questioning whether one religion might be better for you or one particular church or expression of a religion might be best for you, go with your gut. and go with your heart. You have to do what's best for you, not what may have been best for your parents, and it may not be the same thing. So do what is best for you. All right, so let's put aside card number one. Now, again, the layer to this reading of past, present, future, this card, some of the messages with this second card are going to be talking specifically about the present. And the present would be in the 3 months that we're in. We're in the very center. So 6 weeks before today, and 6 weeks after today, which is kind of neat because it brings us right approximately to the end of 2023. But I find this card very interesting. We've got this anatomy according to, I want to say it was Michelangelo or it might have been Da Vinci. And this, okay. The angels just stopped up my throat. Why'd you do that, angels? Oh boy. In the present, some of you might be having trouble saying what you need to say. Ask yourself why that is. Ask yourself, why are you having trouble saying what you need to say? Chances are it's because you know whoever you need to say it to is not going to take it well. Remind yourself that that is their problem. It's not your problem, it's their problem. Ooh, okay. All right, the 7 chakra colors. Why are the feet white? Why are the feet white? Are you feeling ungrounded? Okay. So what we want to do is visualize the red or the deep mud color from our root chakra extending down through the feet because that's part of your entire root system. So if you're feeling untethered, card number 2, people in the present, if you're feeling anxious, your head is spinning, it's time to extend that root system from that perineum, from those hips, from the base of your butt, down through your legs, down through your feet. Anchor yourself to Mother Earth, okay? Ground yourself as we get into the holiday season. Journey. Okay, I'm drawn to the word journey, and the song Don't Stop Believin' is playing through my head. You know, it's interesting that the angels had me share this specific story from my life about how it ended up taking quite a few years longer than I thought it would for me to really get moving with the type of job that I dreamed about as a personal trainer in a gym setting. But it's even better now, okay? They want me to say that it's even better because I also teach a variety of group exercise formats. I have a job as a fitness floor associate. I get to wear several hats within the fitness realm. And then I have all this other great work I do as a psychic medium too. So journey, don't stop believing. Honestly, card number 2, people, you know, you may have these real big dreams and life goals and you're starting to say, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Well, here's what I did with everything I just mentioned. I said, I'd still love to see that happen, but I let go of the results. I told the universe I would still love to do this, and that never changed. But the universe was like, hey, look, you can hear dead people and you can see dead people. So it looks like you got a whole career. The reason I mention this is that's several things. Co-creation, working with the flow of life, not against it, and letting the universe and my source of faith take care of the details. So card number 2, people, don't stop believing, especially if you like Journey and you love that song. Listen to it over and over on repeat. But seriously, everything you've deeply wanted and dreamed of for yourself will happen. Here's the key. Have faith, trust in the process, and trust in your soul's path for yourself and your contract with God. Trust in that. Now let's look at a couple of the untethered. Again, this message about becoming grounded, because now see these cards when they're reversed, it's not negative and it's not like, oh, this is what it means and there's no changing it. But when we have a reversal, generally it is our spirit guide or the universe, the angel, whoever you want to say, their way of saying, just keep an eye that you don't become this way. And again, untethered. Untethered would be another way of saying we've lost our groundedness, our feeling of stability, our deep connection to the polarity of Earth. Epsom salt baths are a great way. There's so many ways. It's a little hard to walk barefoot this time of year if you're in the Northeast, but maybe just having a short walk outside where you step deliberately to connect your feet with the energy of Earth. But whatever way you do it, card number two, people, focus on getting yourself grounded. It will do so many things for you. There are meditations you can do for grounding. Yeah, so wonderful, wonderful. Again, the deck that we're using is Angels and Auras, Redley Valentine, Dougal Fraser. Let's go on here to card number three. I love this card. It's been coming up a lot, which is really neat. And it actually came up on one of author Redley Valentine's weekly card reading videos that he does. And the authors did say this was a candidate for the cover photo. So there's just something I feel like extra special about this particular card. I love it. And so I'm going to show you the card. We have Archangel Jophiel here, just artist depiction, right? She looks so happy. Again, I love this card because here's the thing. Interesting message. Everyone pictured on the cards look happy, but not like that annoying kind of happy. Like, sort of like a faith. I have faith that everything's working out kind of happy, even if things aren't perfect right now, right? That's what Jophiel helps us to do. Jophiel is known as the angel of beautification, among other things. And one thing Jophiel is amazing for is helping us to find the beauty within the imperfection, even if things really are rough. Maybe life, kind of building on card number two, even if life hasn't exactly worked out the way you thought, there is beauty in the way things have actually turned out. And Jophiel reminds us of that, reminds us of the bigger picture. I'm looking at like the camera reflection of this card. It almost looks like a happy face to me. Like when you zoom out and you look at it, it looks like a happy little Muppet face or something. I don't know. Or like a benevolent monster. I don't know. But another thing I like to mention that has been happening very strongly for me personally when I read this card for myself or someone else, this deep magenta pink always, every time I look at this card, makes me think of Archangel Christiel. And Christiel is not one of the 15 archangels that our author here, Redley Valentine, talks about or seems to work with. But Christiel is one of the archangels that I work closely with and that many of my clients work with, who comes up for them. So yes, we've got Jophiel. Call on her or him all you want. But also card number three, people, strong message coming through for you to work on with Archangel Christiel. Archangel Christiel with this beautiful magenta pink. So that can be the color for both of them. Why not, right? But Archangel Christiel is phenomenal for helping us to elevate our consciousness. I like to explain it as if you think of the name Christiel, Christiel helps elevate our consciousness closer to that Christ consciousness. And so that's who to call on, card number three, people, if you are working on your vibration, your awareness, your functioning, your consciousness, Archangel Christiel. Also, we do have this card in the future position. So let's look a little bit more at what that might mean. You know what's so cool? I was guided by Archangel Christiel to turn the card to read what is on this little piece of paper, well, decent sized piece of paper. It says, I am loved. Darn, what a great message. So if any of you who are listening, if you're feeling like there's a lack of a certain type of love in your life, maybe romantic love, perhaps, again, the color pink can represent that. This is in the future position. So if we look at the fact that Archangel Jophiel or Christiel, or both, is surrounded by pink love, romantic love, what that's telling us, for any of you who maybe you're not thrilled with your love life right now, or you don't have anyone, or you're in a relationship that isn't really quite where you want it, what this is telling you is that in the future, you are going to have a wonderful love life, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's finding a person to settle down with, or just finding a great person to go out and date, or whatever that is for you. The time frame coming through is 5 years. So, card number three, people, good news. 2028 or a little sooner, you're going to have exactly what you want. Passion, simplification, beauty. Beautify yourself by infusing yourself with love through affirmations. Through affirmations. And Christiel, I didn't even get the words out. I was like, Christiel, do you have a final message for us? Yes, I do, Heather, Christiel says. Get some new clothes. It's the holidays. Go shopping and get yourself some really cool new clothes. Don't shop for other people. Okay, so get yourself some holiday presents. I want a great message. So I really do hope that this week's messages have brought you some inspiration, clarity, whatever it is that you were seeking when you landed on my video here. So also keep in mind that these videos are timeless in a sense, meaning that whenever you find this, this is exactly when you're supposed to hear this. So if you're curious about me, more about what I do, heatherlcoleman.com. YouTube, 5 Elements with Heather. Subscribe. Comment if you're inclined. And you know what? Finish out 2023 strong. Make time to meditate. Connect with your angels. Spend time with the people that you love. And watch for videos every week. Namaste. Okay.